was a nice first session, sweat box. Just couldn't get a muggy day, could you?
Yeah, second day back. It was just about getting the cobwebs out, but also really excited to be back playing. Training, sorry. I was in quarantine for 2 weeks, so being out here is a sense of fresh air, and just like a kid at the chocolate factory, just real happy and real eager to do everything.
How hard was it, given you've been locked away for 2 weeks as well?
Yeah, it actually was pretty hard. I was in lockdown in Melbourne. We were only allowed to have grocery shopping and get takeaway coffees, and come in here, do 2-week quarantine was pretty tough. But at the end of the day, I'm just really grateful to be out now and be back in normal society and doing everything.
How much, I guess, given all of that, how much ground do you think you've got to make up before you're fit and where you want to be?
Oh, look, I'll come back. A couple of careers underweight. I was trained in quarantine. They brought some equipment to the hotel to keep me fit, and I did a bit of work in Melbourne before I come here to make sure that I'm training hard and I'm ready to go. The last thing I want is having a soft tissue injury and having a repeater this year.
Talk us through the last couple of years, mate. Because 2020 was massive. Win a premiership with Storm, playing Origin series, winning Origin series, and then this year just gone. You barely play, a lot of time out with injury.
Yeah, look, last year was a blessing in disguise for me. I think I was just right place at the right time at a successful club, and as a little kid, you've always dreamt of playing for Queensland and winning winning a premiership, and doing that in 1 year, it was top of the list for me. But I think this year was a real learning curve. Just on my soft tissue injuries, and it just goes to show that one day you can be on top of the world, and the next day you can be down and out. And I'm just really grateful that Broncos gave me an opportunity to come back home to be where I'm from, and I just really want to work hard here and put that all behind me now and start fresh. And I think I'm in the right headspace, and being home with my family, couldn't feel better.
What was it that kept you from playing this year?
I just kept getting little soft tissue injuries on my calf. I tore it, and then I strained it, and then I'll tear it again, and it was just something that a lot of load that I couldn't really get over it, and it was pretty tough actually, because it was no ligaments or no broken bones. It was just soft tissue injuries that I could control, and I think my body just had a big year the year before, and it honestly wasn't used to the load I had with playing all the way to the grand final and then playing the extra 3 games of Origin, 1 game of Origin, because I got injured before the game one with a soft tissue injury, the same calf. So I'm just happy that I'm back here now, and the club know my body, and they're just trying to ease me into it, but also work hard when I am training.
What's your goal, mate? Is it to be playing centres, or have you got has there been any discussion about where you're going to?
I come here as a centre, and I won a premiership playing in the centres and played Origin in the centres. But at the end of the day, it's what's best for the team, and I just want to bring what I learned in Melbourne. That's the best system in the game, and they've been the best. They've been the benchmark for the last 10 years, and all the staff know that. All the young players know that when you play in Melbourne, you got to prepare well. But not only when you play good teams, you got to prepare well no matter what. And that's one thing that I really want to bring here. I just want to bring the professionalism and the hard work that what is based in Melbourne. And at the end of the day, Kevy will pick the best team that's he thinks for round 1 and for the year. And if you keep pushing it and you keep training hard, you get it cracked sometime.
Because there is a bit of depth there, or at least competition to try and get that jersey.
I think every team has that in the NRL. There's always competition, there's always young fellas, there's always players that are there, and there's always new blokes coming in. And that's the beauty of it. You just don't want to keep playing every week and then playing, not good, and still know that you got your jersey. There's someone behind you that's always pushing you, and that's one thing that we want to build here: healthy competition, knowing that there is someone knocking you, and that is someone that are going to push you to the limits. And at the end of the day, that's what we need at the Broncos, and that's what every club has, especially the top 4 teams, is that depth. That if someone fills the spot, they know that they're going to take the opportunity. So it's good that we've got some strike centres here and some strike outside backs here, but at the end of the day, we just keep pushing each other and see what Kevy picks.
You've spent a bit.
I was just going to say, when you look at your CV, Origin, grand final, you should be a walking star.
Yeah.
To make, but I mean, typically you can't think like that.
Yeah. That's not the right way to think too. If once you start thinking like that, you fall behind straight away. You got to put the hard work in, and you got to earn the respect. And by earning people's respect is working hard and keeping each other honest. And that's one thing that I want to bring here, is to work hard and keep each other honest. And don't want to have a mindset of just walk up style or bringing up premierships or origins, because at the end of the day, it's not about that. It's about wanting to build something special here at the Broncos and wanting to take this club to where it needs to be, where it was, a successful club.
You spent time at Dogs, Raiders, Titans, Melbourne, but you grew up in Logan. Is this putting on these colours? Is there any element of a childhood dream that you?
Yeah, look, I got pretty emotional when I finally signed with the Broncos, because as a little kid, you want to play for this club and you always dream of it, but you never think it's going to come true. And I get choky here, but yeah, I'm just glad to be back here, mate. This club's gone through a hard time, and I'm just really happy that I learnt my trade in Melbourne and played with some high quality players and learnt how to be professional. And one thing is for sure is we're not going to get beaten on like hard work. That's something that we want to build here, and that's something that we're going to pride ourselves in, is effort and hard work.
What you just said there, you spent some time around squads that played, particularly in Melbourne. What do you make of the squads being assembled here when you see Adam Reynolds has come in, Kurt Capewell, Premiership winner, Origin player as well, Ryan James, someone you played under when he captained the Titans?
And they're probably one of the best guys in the comp. The club has bought really well, and that's what these young fellas need. And talent here is endless with the young players, and I think that's what they really need, is like old heads like Reynolds and Capes and Ryan James, just steering them around, and just me bringing that competition and effort into everything. Like anything, you don't want to get into a mindset and feel comfortable. And I think feeling comfortable and thinking that you deserve it is a wrong way to go by things. And once we can start getting the young fellas to know that you've got to really work hard and earn it, I think this club will turn around. But you'll see it turn around real quick because of the way we've been training. I've only been here for 2 days, but you can feel something in the air, and you can feel that everyone's starting to turn it up a little bit, because it's coming to that good time of the year where we start playing trials.
We make the flies, mate. Don't get those in Melbourne.
Yeah, it's really cold. This is probably the most media I've ever seen. It's all AFL down there.